news bubble? Everyone's trapped in their own news bubble.
Yes, I would like to, but I don't think you watch the top 5 news. Later.
You're watching the top 5 news. So many people say you're the smartest person in the world. Well, yes, I watch the top 5 news show.
All right. We are back. Let's get the show on the road. It's good to see you. I'm Joe Palaio. And we respect your time here. We believe the news can be sublime if you eliminate the crime and only talk about the positive news stories and the news that you can use and none of the news that will confuse or otherwise have you trapped in a news bubble that you can't understand. You found a weekday vibe that can help you to survive, keeping you from getting knee deep in the news, but keeping you abreast of what's going on. Minus the blues, it's the top 5 news. I'm Joe Palaio. I would like to welcome you here to the show if you're watching live or tuning in after the show. We appear here every weekday at 5 o'clock Eastern, presenting the 5 biggest stories in America right now. Let's begin. In a dramatic breakthrough in ending the war in Ukraine, sources inside the Trump administration tell us that the Ukraine has now accepted most of a revised 19-point peace plan. Only a handful of sensitive details remain, mostly security guarantees and territory. Trump has given Kyiv until Thursday to sign or lose all U.S. aid. Europe nervous about the deal, still tilts too far towards Moscow, they say, but talks in the Geneva and the Abu Dhabi are described as highly productive. A potential ceasefire before Thanksgiving is suddenly in play with a Thanksgiving Day deadline. Story number 4 today, Cracker Barrel CEO breaks her silence in a raw tell-all with Glenn Beck. Julia Masino, who survived a brutal shareholder revolt over the chain's infamous woke rebrand, teared up and admitted she was feeling fired by America. In the exclusive interview, Beck grilled her on ditching the beloved old timer and the logo and Americana decor for a sleek modern makeover that sparked nationwide boycotts. Masino insisted it was just about fixing the dim lighting and boosting comfort, not DEI ideology, but confessed the backlash brought us to our knees. With sales still reeling, she vows a full return to the cozy classic. Will customers forgive the flip-flop? Number 3, consumer confidence crashed to a 7-year low. The Conference Board Index plunged nearly 7 points to 88.7, the worst drop since the spring. Americans are spooked by the stubborn inflation and cooling job market and the lingering sting of last month's government shutdown. Economists warn if holiday spending follows sentiment lower, the Fed may have to cut rates again in December. Story number 2, a firestorm tonight over the vaccines and autism. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. personally ordered the CDC to water down his 25-year statement that vaccines do not cause autism. The new wording now says studies have not ruled out. Story number 1 today, gas prices slipped to a 4-year low with averages below $3 a gallon, in nearly 30 states. The national average dipped below $3.02 ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, cheapest fuel costs since the pandemic, saving drivers up to $40 on a 1,000-mile trip compared to last year. From Oklahoma's rock bottom $2.50 a gallon to Georgia and New Hampshire's under $2.80. Experts credit falling crude and easing demand. California $4.63 is the highest. 55 million Americans hitting the road and the highways this weekend for Thanksgiving. That's your top 5 news stories for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on the top 5 news.